5 books that every business owner needs to read if they want to make $1 million and more, and you can't miss number 5. 5 years ago, I was on the verge of burnout. I was on the verge of frustration. I woke up every single day and things weren't going my way. And if you've ever felt like that, well, you turn and you find and you look under every rock to find that thing that's going to help you get through. And for me, it was a book called Relentless by my friend Tim Grover. Now, Tim has written a new book. Relentless helped me get through the tough times, and winning is going to help me take it to the next level. So Tim, if you don't know the Tim Grover, you are missing out. I paid this guy $25,000 to come to my big event 2 years ago and speak to 300 entrepreneurs, and he blew them away. Why? Because Tim Grover was Michael Jordan's personal trainer. That's right. Michael Jordan, the Michael Jordan. And then he trained Kobe Bryant. So he knows the mindset of winning, not just with athletes though, with multi-million-dollar entrepreneurs. He's worked with thousands of entrepreneurs at events. He's spoken to the highest level salespeople, and in winning, he does a deep dive. There's 13 principles, all ranked number 1, that Tim Grover shares with you. And he tells amazing stories about Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan. And it just goes to show you the meticulousness that those guys had in their training and what they did, how they reviewed all of their game tape and they reviewed their weakest points. That's a thing that most entrepreneurs fail to do. We look at what went right and we pat ourselves on the back and then we think we're so smart and then boom, we get crushed because we weren't looking at our weaknesses. He tells this story of how Kobe Bryant was up until 4 a.m. watching a video over and over and over again about how he missed the shot. Not about how he made the shot and everybody cheered for him, but how he missed the shot. So that when he had the chance to make a similar shot, you better believe it went in. He talks about how Michael Jordan had everything timed from when he woke up to when he had his pregame meal to when he left the house in his newly washed car. He never drove any of his cars without it being newly washed, and he picked out what timepiece he was going to wear and what time he would cruise into the stadium and then what he would do then. Man, these guys were pros. They know about winning. This book will teach you. And then when you're done this one, go and get Relentless, especially if you're going through some tough times. All right, the next book is about team. All right, this book is from a guy named Jack Stack, and it's called The Great Game of Business. Years ago, I was meeting with a young entrepreneur in Denver, Colorado at the Four Seasons. We were sitting at the bar, we talked for hours, and he told me about this radical concept of sharing all the numbers in your business with all your employees. Making them feel like they have ownership of the numbers. And so I started teaching my employees, my team members every week, here's exactly how much money we made. Here's exactly how much we sold of this product. Here's our refunds. Here's our return. Here's our customer feedback. And it just gave them great ownership of the business. And all of a sudden, they started bringing me brilliant ideas, which allowed us to grow and grow and grow. And so if you're an entrepreneur and you're holding everything back, it's like, oh, I don't want them to know how much money I'm making. Or I don't want somebody to go and take this idea and leave. Well, listen, you're missing out. Most people want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. And if you hold everything back, they're going to go, man, working for this person, it's no fun. All they do is tell me what to do. They don't want my input. I don't really know what's going on here. I'm going to go and find another team where the leader allows me to have a say, where the leader shows us the way, where we're going, the vision, the mission, the results, and gives me feedback. And so if you're a boss, you're not gonna manage in this day and age where people want leaders, okay? People want leaders, not a boss. They want the information to come from the bottom up because some of our best ideas have come from our customer service. So if you truly want to take your business to the next level, if you are serious, this is right up there with the book Traction. It's up there with the book Ready, Fire, Aim. You've got to go and get this book, The Great Game of Business. Oh, another great book, Scaling Up by Vern Harnish. So Jack Stack, The Great Game of Business, totally changed your mind. Now, talking about a man who's going to totally change your mind, Patrick Bet-David, another amazing immigrant story, comes to America with absolutely nothing. Comes from a place where they were getting bombed, man. They were coming to freedom. And this guy has gone on to make a ton of money, but not without a ton of risk. Not without a ton of risk. He talks about how his father, the sacrifices his father made, his father had 13 heart attacks. 13, that's crazy, right? Especially an unlucky number, right? And one time when he had one of those heart attacks, Patrick Bet-David wanted better care. And they said, the doctor said, you can't afford better care. And Patrick went out to his car. He was about 23 years old. And he started crying because, he was like, man, I'm not a man. I can't take care of my father. I don't have any money. And so that was the day that he stopped or decided to stop going out to nightclubs and stop partying and get serious. He said that the year before that, he went to Vegas 26 times in a year. And then he said, no mas. And instead, he got back on it. And he built a business at $2 million. And then he decided to go to the next level, and he's built a business. I think it's a $100 million company that he has now. But it's not without struggles. And so this is a brilliant strategy book, but it also shows you the ups and downs of being an entrepreneur. You're often on a lonely island, and nobody understands what you're going through. So you go to the family cookout or family Christmas, and one of your brother-in-laws, they're successful. Maybe they're a doctor, maybe they're a lawyer, maybe they work for a big company, maybe they're a salesperson. But do they every single day put everything on the line like you do as an entrepreneur? No. And maybe most of your brother-in-laws are all, shift workers, truck drivers, salt of the earth, blue collar, hard workers, but they leave work at work and they go home and they got 8 hours to have hobbies before they get 8 hours of sleep to go back into 8 hours of work. But again, you think and breathe and live your business 24 hours a day, and nobody understands that. Not your partner and your spouse, not your brother-in-laws, not your mom and dad who weren't entrepreneurs. Only another entrepreneur can truly understand what you're going through. And this book here, it is absolutely fantastic. If you aren't following Patrick Bet-David on YouTube, he's got great YouTube videos, absolutely awesome book, and it will be what you need to get through those ups and downs. Now, here's another book that I tell people is better than a $2,000 sales and marketing course. I've recommended this before, and I'm going to recommend it again and give a shout out to my friend Sabri Subi from Australia. This book, Sell Like Crazy, man, I have bought multiple $2,000 courses in the last few years. Some for me, some for my wife Michelle, and I've watched them and I go, that was good and helpful. And then I read this book that I think I paid $20 for, so like 1/100th of the price, and it is like everything that you need to start a business and take it to $1 million. For a book, man, it is insane. And this guy, man, what a great story. He went from 15 years old in call centers to running a $20 million or whatever it is now, marketing agency down in Australia. And I had him on my podcast before. Go watch the video with him. He just drops such insane knowledge. But the best part is at the end when he walks you through the big why of why he started his business that allowed him to go and build an amazing team and help so many people. And if you're missing a big why, that's really going to hold you back, especially when times are tough. I'll go back to that Relentless book that I mentioned before. It helped me focus on my big why, which I'm going to share with you in a second. And that got me through my toughest days. These books will fire you up. When you wake up in the morning and you get a no and you get a rejection, read 3 pages of one of these books and you will be like, yes, I'm back on track and I'm going to go crush it. This is the textbook, my friend, for sales and marketing to go and make the money, all right? Now, last book is my book, The Perfect Day Formula. You're probably wondering, how the heck am I going to get all of this done? How am I going to do that? I'm going to show you the discipline, the routines, the habits of steel, of success. Over 50,000 entrepreneurs have read this, including people with $100 million businesses and $1 billion business. Russell Brunson said that when he went through this book on an airplane ride home from Joe Polish's mastermind, Joe gave everybody a copy of my book, as you should give everybody a copy of my book. But Joe gave a copy of this book to Russell Brunson. He read it on the way home, and he said that he started getting 8 hours worth of work done in a 2-hour time slot in the morning using my principles. And now Russell has a $1 billion business, ClickBank. Man, I can't tell you how many lives have been changed with this. Ed Milet recommended this book on his first ever podcast. That's right, the Ed Milet Show, episode number 1. 11 minutes into the episode, he says, go get this book. It's unbelievable. And so if you don't have it, it will help you own the day so you control your life, so you run your business, and so your business doesn't run you. I will give you everything that allowed me to become the world's most productive person in this book, so that then you can apply the other books, Sales and Marketing and Sell Like Crazy, so that you're going to make way more money than you are now. And you're going to have the amazing strategy that you're going to need to go to the next level and get through those ups and downs. Then you're going to build your team. And your team is going to get great communication from you as a leader so that you are going to be winning, winning, winning. And you're going to go, all I do is win, 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 win when you read these books, okay? And so back to the big why. Everybody needs one. Everybody's have one. You're going to draw upon it to go to the next level. And my big why is in my vision chapter in here. And I wrote it 5 years ago. And I wrote about how in 5 years from now, I'm going to be married to this beautiful woman, and we're going to have kids, and I'm going to have this amazing business. And people were always asking me, hey, I read your book, I read your vision. How's it going with that? And those people held me accountable to it. And I also read this over and over and over again, my vision in this book. And sure enough, it came true. I was 3 months late, but it came true. And when you have your vision, your big why, and you stack it all up on top, that is when you are going to be a very successful entrepreneur. You're going to be a millionaire, you're going to be rich, you're going to be wealthy, you're going to be able to have the life of your dreams when you do what's in these books. All right, my friend? Go and watch my other videos about the books you need to read, the things you need to do, the morning routines that I've helped entrepreneurs build. Go watch the next video, and I'll tell you what, I'll see you on the other side. Oh, and one other thing, if you click the link below and you want to work with me to grow your business and improve your morning routines, just click the link below, fill out the application, because my team is looking to work with new entrepreneurs just like you, and we can't wait to help you get to the next level.